Welcome in everybody, my name is Scott, I'm a medium and a psychic, and this is my YouTube page. We are about to watch the third installment of myself hanging out with Cody and Satori at the very haunted Shanley Hotel in Napanoch, New York. By the way, definitely visit thehauntedShanleyHotel.com to book your night at the Haunted Hotel. It is amazing. No matter who you're there with, you're going to have a good time, especially if you're into the paranormal. So, thehauntedShanleyHotel.com. In this installment, you're going to find myself, Cody, Satori, and the rest of the crew. We're hanging out up in the Bordello area, and we do implement the knocking method one more time. This one is a lot of fun because we get close to each other, and I do a little hugging, and totally appropriate. Everybody's there. Everybody was on board. I asked permission. But it's a lot of fun. It's a good time. Again, this is a really interesting method of mediumship to me, although they don't call it that. They don't have a name for it because it's so unique. It's something that is very unexplainable, but I can tell you that it is very interesting. I was there for it in person, and it's not up for debate whether or not they were doing something underhanded or not. They certainly weren't. They have my full and complete support in anything that they're doing, and I got their back. So I was there for it. It's a really cool, amazing phenomenon that happens around them, and I really enjoyed working with them and can't wait to do it again. By the way, if you haven't yet, there's two things right before we get to the video. Well, three really, so just stay tuned for 1 second and then watch the video. One, subscribe to my channel, please. I appreciate it. It helps us let YouTube know that I'm doing a pretty good job, which is important. Number two thing that I'd like you to do is know that Cody and Satori have a book coming out, or it is out by now. I'll leave a link down in the description section for you. And three, the most important part is that I seem to have been having some sort of microphone malfunction while we were there. It's the same microphone I'm using right now. So during the videos and the first part and the second part, you will have heard some clicking that was happening. It was some sort of rhythmic clicking. We've ruled out everything. The camera is working fine. The only thing that maybe was happening was a loose or bent wire in the microphone that I was using. It is a high-end microphone, so I'm not sure why it was giving those problems. And it's never had those issues before. It's not having it right now. So I think there was a microphone issue. I don't think it was paranormal. It might have been, but I don't know. So let me just say that right now. It has nothing to do with them or me. It just might have been an equipment malfunction or some sort of high EMF that was present in the hotel at the time that was causing this strange clicking sound. So you don't all have to come in the comments and tell me about it. I know it's there. Enjoy the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends. Let me know what you think down in the comments about this. And I stored this file, all these files, as knockers in my my computer while I was editing. So you know, give me a knockers down in the comments. It's funny. It's hilarious. Anyway, let's get on to the video. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let's have a good time in the Bordello of the very haunted Shanley Hotel with Cody and Satori. You like them? It's literally them too.
Can you move around as much as you can? Walk around
Stand
us
over here.
so he can feel you moving?
It's under my feet.
Can you come over here a little bit?
Okay, I hope I'm not crushing your hand.
No, I'm sorry, I'm
Okay.
squeezing your hand.
So to whoever's talking to us, I'm gonna tell you to do something crazy, okay? You have my full permission, and I'm not gonna be upset or mad. This is so exciting. Knock on my head if you want. Did you feel that breeze?
Yeah, right by.
Yes! Dude, I felt a cold breeze whiz right by my head. Okay.
I was waiting to hear that hollow sound. Don't.
You probably could have. Can you knock under my feet again?
Come back.
I feel like I'm on a ship.
Yeah, you're rocking.
Can you finish this? Do you know this beat? Dun 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 dun. Good job. Thank you. Can you do the beginning and I'll end it? You Good job. That's awesome. Thank you.
Whoever this is, you are tremendous. You're doing an amazing job. Cody has very big hands. Can you touch people?
Have you tried? Yeah.
Why is it only wood? It seems like they can knock on. My head's pretty solid. Can you? Let's do something nonviolent. Can you like give me a kiss?
Your hand got cold.
How's my left hand? Because my left hand feels freezing.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting colder, it feels like, than when we started.
This is why the thermal's important. We should be running it. Okay, can we break it and we could try again in a minute? Is that okay, Spirit?
All right.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much. You guys are doing so much.
Let me dying of heat.
Huh? Dying of heat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
You think it's nice?
Yeah.
Okay, that's an opinion. I'm just kidding. No, it's a very good opinion.
It certainly is.
Well, he could be ghost bait.
Okay. So those spirits who were up here in the Bordello with us, we got directed to come up here. And, we're really just trying to use ourselves a lot as the equipment this evening. I know it's a big change for you guys because you're used to the voice boxes and all the other gadgets. But I'd really like to know if there's anybody up here, if they would like to come forward and say hello. And if there is, you can set off the static dome, which is, I think, pretty easy for you to manipulate. Or, without Cody and Satori touching, maybe there's somebody up here who's able to create the knocking noise for us. Dead silent. That's pretty interesting. I never hear the hotel this quiet.
Now I am going to turn down the heat,
Thank you.
just because I don't want the heat to kick on, because it is loud when the heat kicks on. But I don't think it was going to kick on anyway, because it's really hot in here compared to what it's supposed to be. Okay.
So I'm going to just see if I can reach out and see if anybody's here. As I'm just listening and trying to get more quiet and in tune, I feel like I hear a lot of talking, which is kind of what we heard downstairs in the basement when we were running the EVP. Just a lot of noise. That wasn't you guys, right?
No, I'm not
Okay.
touching.
For once, we have to make sure it wasn't them, you know? All right. So I feel like I hear a lot of talking, and it feels like a lot of past chatter. Perhaps conversations that happen up here pretty often. If you have anything specific that you'd like to say, this is an opportunity for you to step forward, and you can speak with me, of course, and I can see, feel, and hear you. And our friends Cody and Satori can also see, feel, and hear you. So if you have a message that you would like to pass on to them individually, now would be a really great time to be able to do that. My back is getting really cold. Jesse, feel my back and see how you feel. Lower? Does it feel cooler down there?
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a breeze blowing up against me. So if this is one of our friends and you're just imposing your energy on me, that's completely okay. And I give you the permission to do that.
What's that noise?
That was the window.
Okay, so that was the window. Good. Debunked.
Is it windy out?
It
Not
wasn't,
really.
but
Sounds like
Slight
someone's
breeze.
crinkling paper.
Well,
Yeah.
it's plastic on
With
the
the
window.
plastic on the
But I
window.
do feel a breeze coming through this way now on my from downstairs.
So if that is, well, what's interesting is when I asked them if they can knock on my head, we felt that breeze come by, right? So now we're asking for some more spirit communication, and I get a little bit. I wouldn't call it a chill. It did feel like just coldness coming up from the bottom of my back, and now we're hearing a little.
Is that
So if that's a breeze, it would be coming through this window too, right? Like we'd
no,
see the
'cause
draft.
This window is new.
But I feel a
That
breeze
window has
coming through
plastic
here
on it.
because this arm's cold here.
What was that?
I heard a whisper.
Yeah.
I heard a whisper. So mark your audio in case we're.
Look for
catching that.
whispers. So what we'll do is if we're hearing a whisper, we will go ahead and do an EVP. If that's okay with you spirits on the other side. They're very confused right now because usually I'm pretty loud and annoying up here. So they're like, he's being respectful. Let's see if we can talk to him. Okay. We're going to use the same app as earlier, which is the Haytel app. Okay. To the spirits up here in the Bordello, I'm here with our friends. If you have anything that you'd like to say or a message to pass, you can go ahead and do that now. Can you say the name of anybody that's up here with us? Can you say your name?
Static dome.
To the spirits up here in the Bordello, I'm here with our friends. If you have anything that you'd like to say or a message to pass, you can go ahead and do that now. Can you say the name of anybody that's up here with us? Can you say your name?
Oh, it's static, huh? I feel like I'm hearing stuff under everything.
This almost sounds like it's underwater. Does it normally sound like that?
No,
It's like.
yeah, there's a lot of energy flowing through here, and it seems like there's, like I said, I hear at like in my internal voice where I hear that stuff, it just sounds like a bunch of conversations at once, almost like a radio that's tuned into everything. So, why don't we just ask one question at a time? We start with you. We'll go around the room, and everybody can just ask a question.
Okay.
Remember, we have about 30 seconds, so ask a question, maybe about 5 seconds, and we'll just go around. Okay? You ready, Freddie? Here we
Yeah.
go. Hold on. You ready? Okay, here we go. And go.
How many spirits are in the Bordello tonight?
I'd love to hear from Maddie or Anna or Frank. Can you say hello?
I just want to know what your favorite color is, if you have one.
I'd like to know what you did today, if anything interesting happened.
Would you like a gummy bear? I have some downstairs.
How many spirits are in the Bordello tonight? I'd love to hear from Maddie or Anna or Frank.
Can you say hello?
I just want to know what your favorite color is, if you have one.
I'd like to know what you did today. If anything interesting happened.
Would you like a gummy bear? I have some downstairs.
Okay.
That was something.
Yes, so that was interesting because when you asked, it sounded like some sort of breathy answer.
Yeah.
And then when you asked your question, it almost sounded like a little like kid answer or something, which is fun because
Well, there was a voice
Gummy
that
bears.
cut off Satori too. If you play that back
TJ!
while she's speaking.
okay, let's take a look. We'll listen again.
How many spirits are in the Bordello tonight?
I'd love to hear from Maddie or Anna or Frank. Can you say hello?
I just want to know what your favorite color is, if you have
Right
one.
there.
I'd like to know what you did today. If anything interesting happened.
Would you like a gummy bear? I have some downstairs.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
something going on there, yeah.
There's like a little bit of something as we're going, yeah.
Very interesting. So, why don't we see if we can do EVP with you guys touching? We're not going to ask for knocking. We're going to see if we can get them to give us a response
Verbally.
Okay.
while we're using this really sensitive. You hear, I mean, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. So, hopefully, we'll come up with something as we're doing that. All right?
I heard a little couple taps, and I'm
So
not
did I.
sure.
And the reason for us being so quiet earlier was just to see if
Yeah.
we could hear that stuff, and we weren't.
Yeah.
Right now I'm hearing it.
So it sounds kind of distant. So to those folks who are coming closer to us as Cody and Satori are combining their Wonder Twin powers, we really appreciate all the time and energy that you're giving us this evening, me especially. This is a very special thing. I feel like I'm understanding or learning more about this evening, so thank you. Ooh, that was a nice one. I appreciate the response there. My question is, would you be willing to try to talk with us through the machine that I have here?
Try your best.
Okay. So I'm going to press this orange button, and I'm just going to ask you if you can do your best. You can knock if you like, because that seems to be absolutely your preferred method. But I'd really just love to hear the voice behind the knocking, okay? And don't worry, you're not going to scare us or frighten us. This is all love and peace and goodness here, okay? This is a very safe place for us to do this, okay? I'm getting so cold right down my
They're
arm.
moving around.
Okay. So thank you for working with us. So my name is Scott, and you've helped me tremendously this evening, and I appreciate you. Would you be kind enough to say your name for me? Can you tell us how many of you there are on the other side aiding in this communication? Are you happy to be able to communicate with us? If there was a word that you'd like to describe yourself, what is it? Oh shit, that scared me.
So my name is Scott, and you helped me tremendously this evening, and I appreciate you. Would you be kind enough to say your name for me? That was me.
Oh, that was you.
Do you hear those
Can you
noises?
tell us how many of you there are on the other side aiding in this communication?
It's the recording, okay? You can take a break for a moment.
Are you happy to be able to communicate with us?
What the heck was that? It was like,
And it ended. So I asked that, and then I asked another question after that, so it cut off before it was even done,
Huh.
which is weird.
That
So
is
we'll,
weird.
thank.
That was cute because as you're playing it, we're getting answers.
Yeah,
to
I
your
heard it.
questions.
I heard it knocking some more, which is really
Having
cool
the
because
effects
it
of the blood moon.
huh?
We're getting the effects of the blood moon too.
all week has been. I've never had a more rough night or rough week in my life. I think, as far as the energy goes with that. Okay, so we'll do some more and we'll see if they can. Can you guys do me a favor?
Mhm.
Can you you know how you're good at asking them to come closer?
Mm.
So, perhaps ask them to come closer and you ask some questions. Again, you have about 30 seconds. So,
Okay.
okay, does that sound cool?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I appreciate you guys. This is really cool.
So if you're here, we'd like you to say your name as loud as possible. Can you come closer to us and scream your name? Right in front of me.
If you're up here, are you with anybody? Again, try to speak your answer if you can. And don't be afraid to yell it.
Good job.
And what's your name again?
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
There's a spider over there.
So if you're here, we'd like you to say your name as loud as possible. Can you come closer to us and scream your name? Right in front of me.
You hear that heavy breathing?
yeah.
Wow.
If you're up
Great
here,
job.
are you with anybody? Again, try to speak your answer if you can. And don't be afraid to yell it.
Good job.
Feel that breeze? Feel my leg, dude.
And what's your name again?
And see it cut off again before the recording's over. Okay, so here's
Where's
a couple.
The spider? He was over on the chair.
He's
I
cute.
don't
I think he
know.
crawled away.
I think he crawled
Yeah,
away.
well, I don't like it.
Don't worry.
He keeps
Go
the
away.
he keeps the other bugs away. Okay, so let's talk about this real quick.
I heard like,
Oh,
We'll listen to it again
rubbing me.
in a second, but let's talk about what we just heard, and let's talk about some of the things that we've already kind of had happen. When I asked for it to touch my head earlier, or touch me in the head or whatever, you and I both felt a cold breeze come right past our heads.
Yeah.
So now we're asking them to do something that they don't normally do, is to verbalize somehow and give us an answer. And we're used to ghosts and spirits just being able to be like, it's Tim or whatever, right? But now we're asking an entity that we're not sure where they are or where they're coming from to verbalize. And instead of words, we're getting breaths.
Mm-hmm.
Or what we are hearing is breaths, or what would maybe be like a cold or not cold, but like a fast moving hit, right?
Yeah.
So what does that tell us? Maybe that they cannot talk and that their main communication is the knocking, because that's the way they come to you,
Mm-hmm.
or that they are not able
Different
to.
dimension.
Yeah, or they're just like not able to do it yet, right? because we haven't asked them to enough times.
We've gotten voices on some occasions. It's not as common as the sounds, obviously, but we've gotten the voices. I wonder if we try something and do an EVP again, like instead of just holding hands. I know this is gonna sound weird, and everyone's gonna be like, "What are you doing?" But like, if I like get in your space more and see if that does anything.
Oh, like supercharge the energy a little bit.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see that. Also, I remember when we were doing another video with some other investigators, I remember the spirit said that they're trying to like hit a barrier to talk to us. And it's like not like necessarily footsteps like we know it, like they're hitting something. And that's the noise we're getting. So I wonder if the swooshing is like them hitting it.
So what if we go closer to Scott?
Well, I'll come closer to you, yeah.
And then...
Oh, perhaps, yeah, I'll come over to you guys.
Alright.
I'll get up in your business.
They knock when you touch because they see a beacon to come near you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand
But
why they don't knock when you're not touching.
Because the
wonder if
connection
they
isn't
do.
there. There's no spark or that barrier doesn't exist until they touch. So I don't know. I'd have
Maybe
to
the
think about it and hypothesize
barrier-
it, but
Sometimes we've communicated with spirit, like earlier. I'm not sure if you were in the room. Sometimes we do things and we're like, "What color is the room?" And they're like, "Oh, it's this color." And then we'll stop touching and then ask them what color it was when we weren't touching, and it was like the color it was during their time. So like, I wonder if the barrier is like some little wormhole that's opening up where it's a little bit easier to see right now. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, like hitting a barrier.
I love it. We'll ask them. I mean, this is a really interesting experiment that's happening, and I really am intrigued as to what's happening. So let's
We're just gonna tackle Scott.
do you? Yeah.
Are they? Is that?
Don't threaten me
is
with a
that
good time.
recording?
Yes, that one's recording
Okay.
as well.
Okay.
All right. So what we'll do is you guys are going to get more up in each other's business. You're going to ask some of the similar questions, and we're just going to record it and see who comes through. And when we go back and listen to the evidence through here, remember we might pick something up through the cameras as well that we're not getting through this. So we'll take a look. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna hug you.
Alright, hello. If you could come close to us.
Can you try to speak? Can you tell us what you see? What's your name?
Are you screaming at me right now? I felt like somebody was like, ah, like in my
All right,
ears.
hello. If you could come close
What
to
was
us.
that?
Oh.
Wait.
Wait a minute.
All right, hello. If you could come
Hello?
close to us.
Hello?
All right, hello. If you could come close to
Yeah.
us.
Can you try to speak? Can you tell us what you see? What's your name?
Are you screaming at me right now?
And then it just randomly stops. It randomly
It's-
stops.
It's never done. I've used it. Look how many times I used it. It's never just cut off for no reason. Look how many times I used
Now, are you going past the time and it's just not
No.
alerting you?
it. It won't. What it'll do is it'll say you've hit the maximum amount of time and it'll stop. But it hasn't done that. I'm letting my thumb off before then. So something is
Still
happening.
looks like it's recording all
Yeah.
the time.
Yes. So something is happening where it's malfunctioning, where it's not doing what it's supposed to be
I
doing.
heard distinctly. We all heard hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
It was
And
like,
but
There was
as
the
soon
one
as,
in the beginning, too.
yes. So in the beginning,
the
there's
first like 3 seconds, it's like,
here.
hello.
Listen again. You ready?
I'm gonna hug you.
All right, hello. If you could come close to
Yeah.
us.
Like a wheezing, right?
Mm-hmm. It's very breathy.
And you don't recognize that as a voice
Can
that
you
you've heard
try
up
to
here.
speak?
could it be James? I don't know. We hear, like when Ghost Lab was here, and when I'd gotten voice down there through the spirit box, they got a voice that sounded very mechanical.
Okay.
And I've gotten that same mechanical voice, like somebody's talking through a vocal, like
Yeah.
they've lost their vocal cords,
Mhm.
and you can't touch them here.
Yeah.
What other kinds of things would you guys want to ask if you could? I mean, these are people that you've been talking to for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and I want it. Like, I'm just interested in what other questions you'd have for them.
Me?
No, them.
Oh, them.
Yeah.
We've asked a lot of questions.
And you've gotten them in knocks, right? The answers.
Mhm.
So, what the fuck was that?
Me.
Oh, thank God. I was like, that was loud. I was you, Tracy. Yeah, that was a weird. You okay? You feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
What other questions can we ask? By the way, my feet are freezing still. Like, the closer I am to you guys, the colder my feet are, which is really crazy.
I always ask when they look outside, do they see horses or cars? To give an idea of what they're seeing and what time frame.
If we could get them to say one of those words, that's what I'm trying to focus on, like,
Right.
the
Yes
name.
and no.
So, like, like it takes practice to say something when you're learning, like, a new
Right.
language. Are you snapping?
Yes.
Okay. When you start to learn a new language, it's tough to say a word. So your name would be like the most basic thing that you would want to learn how to say, or hello, right? So instead of asking really complicated questions about cars and things like that, just asking again and again and giving them the opportunity to say, I'm so-and-so, or my name is, or however they might want to word it, I think is important. Or if we can just get them to say it, mimic us and be like, like, I'm going to say hi. Hi. Can you say hi back?
Mm-hmm. Whatever you want to try.
All right. And then maybe we'll try a whistle. People don't like when I whistle. I have very good luck at people whistling back in the dark. It's actually it scares me. That's why when you were like, who whistled? It was me. I like whistling. Whistling's my favorite. All right, you guys ready? We're going to get up in each other's...
We all gonna hug? We can
This
hug.
is the
We
Christmas
can all
card.
hug.
This
Like
is the
this.
Christmas card,
Just
baby.
like this.
Yeah, well, you got big man.
Very cute. Very cute.
Lucky you. All right, here we go. And go ahead.
I have a question. Do you see horses or cars outside? Can you say it vocally? If I say hi, can you say hi back? Hi.
Hello? Can I whistle for you? Can you do it back? What was that noise? Was it your stomach? Okay, thank God.
Sorry.
I have a question.
Something's touching the side.
Do you see horses or cars outside? Can you say
What
it?
was that?
Those are noises, for sure. Nope, don't play it. Okay, here we go. Let's try again. Let's listen.
What's that?
Say cars.
Oh!
Did it say cars?
Wait.
Say
I
cars.
have a question. Do you see horses?
Dude, listen. You ready? Here we go.
Say
cars.
I have a question. Do you
Oh my
see
God.
horses or cars outside? it vocally? If I say hi, can you say hi back? Hi.
That was a noise that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Can I whistle for you? Can you do it back?
Oh my god.
Every time.
It doesn't want you to
It
talk.
doesn't want me to talk. The beginning of that, it's definitely saying say cars.
But there's like that two
And it was like,
word.
I ask that all
It's like,
the time.
That's a good
and
one.
Two. There's another part where
yeah,
there's
there's two words like
I have a question.
right there.
Do you see horses or cars outside? Can you say it vocally?
Like, what is that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's
So I'll run it through the video
If I say
processor
hi,
and see if
can
I
you
can
say
amp
hi back?
that up.
Hi.
right
That
there.
one too.
Yeah.
I almost hear say it louder or something like that. Can you can't go back that.
Yeah, it's a pain in the
Hello?
ass.
Yeah.
Can I whistle for you? Can you do it back?
Okay.
That's
So
After
crazy.
you say, "Can I whistle for you?" I swear I hear a brief yes.
Okay. One more time, and then
Yeah.
we'll do some
And
more
I hear
questions.
right after "Can I whistle for you?" I hear yes. Say cars.
I have a question. Do you see horses or cars outside? Can you say it vocally? If I say hi, can you say hi back? Hi.
Hello? Can I whistle for you?
Right there.
Oh, there's a
There's
little
something
something.
like-
Like,
Yeah.
go
Can you do
ahead,
it back?
maybe?
I swear, just before you whistle, right? It's like a couple seconds after you ask, "Can I whistle for you?"
Sounds
I
like
hear,
a
yes.
man or something.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
You should
Your
try
voice.
one in Rosie's room because every time I'm looking in there, I constantly see something moving in there. Maybe
Okay.
go into her room and
Okay.
do it.
You two get cozy. Oh, man, I can't believe how cold my feet are tonight. And you know what's crazy? Sitting next to you like this, it's only this leg.
Oh.
And this
We're
leg
dead. We're actually dead.
is. This explains.
I think I gotta leave.
Could be.
This thing is done.
Yeah.
Not to transfer the data off a bit later.
I'm gonna stop
Yeah,
for
I
a
have
second.
a bunch.
Good. All right, cool. So I've moved over to little Rosie's room, and sometimes it's active in here, and Tracy feels like you might be in here. So, if there's anybody over here that would like to say hello, please come and say hello to me. Is there anybody new in the hotel this evening?
Just sort of breath or a whisper.
Yeah.
So as you guys, right before you said that, I had this image of somebody trying to slap the phone out of my hand.
Oh.
Pretty common. Pretty interesting.
So I've moved over to little Rosie's room, and sometimes it's active in here, and Tracy feels like you might be in here. So, if there's anybody over here that would like to say hello, please come and say hello to me. Is there anybody new in the hotel this evening? Just sort of breath or a whisper.
We caught that breath.
Good.
That's cool.
So as you guys, right before you said that, I had this image of somebody trying to slap the phone out of my hand.
At the same moment when you heard the breath, I, in my head, could see somebody slapping the phone.
I wonder what
Like-
they're saying.
They might have just been being like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this
When
game.
the room was dark, I constantly seen like things moving at the foot of the bed, like
over.
So this is the first place that I think I ever encountered the creeper.
Mm-hmm.
So there's an entity that walks around this joint.
His name's Gary now.
She renamed him Gary.
I mean, that's
Sounds good.
way less threatening.
Yeah.
Because now I'm just thinking about
Gary.
the snail from
He's
SpongeBob.
I felt bad that called him creeper.
He is
not-
creeper. He's a really weird it thing.
He's weird, but he's not creepy.
It's an it.
Yeah, no, that's
Well, you
wrong.
can't see him like I can. Creepy. That's creepy. All right, so
Deserves a name.
I'll stand in here. You guys ask some questions, and then we'll see what happens when you lock hands afterwards. All right, you ready?
If you're here, can you come as close as you can to us and say anything about yourself? How about your favorite food?
We can hear you trying to talk to us. You're doing a great job. If you are here, can you say one word that kind of describes your life?
If you're here, can you come as close as you can to us and say anything about yourself? How about your favorite food?
We can hear you trying to talk to us. You're doing a great job. If you are here, can you say one word that kind of describes your life?
Okay. When I first started it, right before you spoke, it sounded like a little noise, like a little giggle or a laugh or something.
Okay.
So let's just see. It's right in the very beginning, so you got to listen. I could be wrong. I might just be hearing it, but let me know what you think.
If you're here, can you come as close as you can to
That
us
time I didn't hear it.
and say anything about yourself? How about your favorite? If you're here, can you come? If you're here, can you come as close as you can to us and say anything about yourself?
So you think you heard like a yeah right before
It's
we
like
even
one
asked?
syllable. It's like it's one syllable. It's after like
It's
you
either
playing with the
yeah or
phone. Like
here.
as soon it must be you
Yeah,
picking
it
up
could
the
be here.
phone, and then there's like a like right.
Yeah.
If
Yes. That's a yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So why? We didn't ask anything yet.
Maybe they're talking to each other.
What's the question that's right after that? Are they answering it before you?
I said, if you're here, can you tell us your favorite food?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Is it
Well, if you're here, but you asked it first. I mean, they said yeah first.
Maybe they're talking to each other and we're just interrupting the conversation.
So you guys like a little bit of mediumship, so I'm going to tell you. So we were talking about the old creeper. Gary. All right, Gary. It just felt like there was something reaching out from here now. And it felt like, I don't know if I am just kind of honed in on the spider that you were seeing or if there's something else, but I felt like there were like long tendrils coming out of this space over here now. So that's interesting to
I
me.
don't like that very much.
Well, you wouldn't like a lot of things that I see.
That's why I don't see.
Not yet. We'll get you there.
They'll get you there.
I'm all set. You can do that.
How are you going to know what to fight with a samurai sword if you can't see them?
I'd rather spend all my time going, A, B, you're gonna kill me? What?
Come on.
Yes. Yeah, I have. I've gotten insults. I've gotten threats.
Have you guys ever asked during your method if it's, I know, and I try not to go too off planet on this stuff, but like, have you ever asked if any of this is like extraterrestrial or interdimensional?
We have, no, we have not asked if any of that is extraterrestrial.
Yeah, I don't think so.
We've tried asking spirits if aliens are real, and they won't tell us.
Well, maybe because you're not asking
The right question.
the right question.
I know.
Are you afraid to know?
No, I feel like they're there. I just don't
I
want
believe
to
that
mess
something's
with
up there.
something that's a lot smarter than me that can
Well,
do things like
the reason
that.
I'm asking is because, you know, we were talking about like kind of like spirit guides and stuff earlier, and I feel as though that whatever that is could potentially be a much higher life form and not spirit. It could just be a telepathic sort of being that doesn't need to speak.
The closest thing we've ever gotten was one time we asked a spirit, "Have you ever seen anything weird in the sky?" And they said they saw
Oh,
the
I
star,
forgot about
a
that.
star move.
A star move, yeah.
And I was like, okay, but this person was very old. They were like
Okay.
1800s. And I was like, okay, well, what did you think it was? And they said they thought it was God because at the
Oh,
time, I
sure.
said, what did you think at the time that it was? But that could have been a shooting star or could have been
Yeah.
anything. But they said they saw a star move.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. But that's,
Hmm.
is it alien? Probably not. But
Yeah.
the closest
Okay.
I've ever
I was
gotten.
just wondering. You know, I got a lot of questions.
Yeah. I'll
See,
tell you
we've
anything I
got
remember.
contact spaceship and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's part of what made me think of it is we are in like the
Especially
UFO
this
capital
area,
of
right? Yeah.
the world. Yeah, this place is crazy for UFOs.
Actually,
So
that came through up here, didn't it?
That came through an FM radio. And it was contact spaceship. It was so
The
crystal clear.
chaos box.
Yeah, it was chaos.
I'll
box.
be honest, that stuff does scare me a little bit more than talking to
that's cool.
spirits.
I think
Like,
that's cool.
Yeah.
I think it's
I'm more scared of living things than
I'd
I
love to
am
own a
of
spaceship.
non-living.
yeah, all right, fair enough.
It's good.
I want to go to space.
Yeah, we're not inviting aliens to come abduct us. I'm okay.
I invite them every night of my life. They have yet to
I'd love be
respond.
abducted.
I RSVP to every party, and they
Yeah.
never come get me.
Please take me away.
All right. So we'll try this again. Do you guys want to ask some questions about? We'll hold off on the recording this for now. Do you guys want to ask any questions?
I can't dance.
Me either. I wasn't pretending. That was it.